If you want to achieve glowing skin, healthy, lustrous hair, hard nails, even problem-free health, or even trying to keep the weight off, you can. Now, according to Dr. Anne Wigmore from the Natural Health Circle, that we need to eliminate toxins from the body. So this is our topic for today's Bella Unwind. Good morning, everyone. I'm Lisa Wong, and welcome to Bella Unwind. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about a very important topic. Now, this is a practice being made by, people in the A-list of Hollywood who does it for, beauty, for good health, for the red carpet ready. Also by Dr. Oz, who recommends it, detoxification. Now, I've done some research on some literature, and it says here, detoxification is a cleansing and nourishing method for your body, and these impurities, sludge buildup from your unhealthy diet, from additives, preservatives, from the pollution in the environment, well, those impurities need to be eliminated from the body. So how do we do it correctly, and how to get you into the detox process safely? That's what we're going to be talking about on today's show, so don't go anywhere. Now, before we jump into our detox interviews, body detox will not work unless you are willing to discipline yourself, to commit to it. Find out facts that you need to know before doing body detox. Detox doesn't mean that you have to cut down everything that you love drastically. We have our detox experts in the house who'll be sharing recipes that is delicious as well as healthy. So we have those as well as more happening on today's Bella Unwind coming up right after this. Now, we know that some people do detoxification for about, 3 to 5 days. Some do it for 2 weeks. Well, it all happens, on how comfortable you are in eliminating, as well as how disciplined and how much you can commit to the process. Now, I've done detoxification for about, 4 to 5 years now. And prior to this, I used to have really terribly dry skin. It was so bad that it became quite scaly. And, when I was a teenager, that was not fun at all. It was very miserable. So after practicing detoxification as well as going on a plant-based diet, for myself and my experience is that things have really changed. I've never seen my skin looking this good for a long, long time. So we're going to be talking all about detox with our guests. And I have with me here Anabelle Co-Martinez, who is the founder and director of La Juiceria, Sdn Bhd. We also have Nur Hayati Azmi, a dietitian from KPJ Ampang Hospital, as well as Elka Washon, who is a lifestyle coach. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Thank you for having us here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have all of you here. Now, this is in fact a very important topic, something that most of us probably overlook in our lives. Now, we know that detox is about eliminating toxins from the body, but what are the dangers, when it comes to the toxins, and why do we need to eliminate them?
Well, right now, as you've already shared, our environment is really polluted, and the things we use, the things we eat, we can't avoid all this pollution, and plus the stress levels that we have, and everything is so fast-paced nowadays. And if you don't detox, what could happen? Like you said, dry skin, it could be excess weight, weight gain, it could be feeling tired all the time, not sleeping well. So those are just some of the points. And of course, the end game, the thing that is the one that people don't want to have is the big C, which is cancer.
Yes. Yeah. Well, any chronic illnesses, right? Yes. And Nur Hayati, what's your point?
Okay, detox, what you just said just now is detox means cleansing your body. Okay, and detox means potential substances that cause harmful, such as pesticides or smoke. And some people they believe that the normal substances such as alcohol, cigarettes, smoking, and also what we call caffeine.
Yes.
Yes, also is a toxin for our body.
Right.
And the belief is that the toxin, the body will on-hold the toxins in our digestive system, our lymph, and our gastrointestinal. Okay. And if we overload our body with these toxins, it can cause us to the chronic disease, even lethargic, nausea, headache, such as everything, and etc.
I see.
Yeah.
And even aging, as I read as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, those facts are really important for a lot of us women, especially,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Now, people do say that, you know, I exercise, you know, 3 to, sometimes more in a week. I try to eat healthy. You know, I have my vegetables, twice a day. So do I still really need to detox?
Well, yes, you do. I mean, you can see Hollywood stars nowadays. They exercise a lot, they eat healthy, but they still do the detox. Why? Because you can't avoid the environment. You can't avoid what's in our air, in the things that we use, and the stress levels of people. So yes, and that is why when you do detox, people feel great. And the clients that we have who take our juice detox, all the results come back. It's very clear. They say, I stopped my caffeine, I stopped eating meat for just 2 days, and I feel great.
And Alker, have you tried detoxing, and what kind of experience did you go through?
Well, it made the biggest difference in my life because I had asthma very bad, and I healed myself. And this was first time that I tried a detox myself, like a pure detox.
Okay.
And so I have healed myself. Today I have nothing anymore. I'm totally healthy. I don't take any prescription drugs or any drugs for that matter.
Right.
And so this what brought me also to start a detox business because I want to encourage people not just do a 1 week program, because in the end it comes down to what do you do the rest of the year, and not just in this week. So what we offer is like helping people to transition, showing what they can do to make better recipes.
I see. Okay. All right. So we'll definitely have you showing us a recipe or two on how to detox, and also, not having to lose out on treats like sweets.
Yes.
Now, Nur Hayati, I also read that, when it comes to detox, sometimes of, the things that we apply on our skin, the products that we use, those can actually seep into our bloodstream and can park into our cells.
Yeah.
Okay. So, wow. So we really have to think about what we put on.
Yeah.
Okay. All
and
right.
you have to look. If you have to read the ingredient first before you buy something.
Okay. Okay. Now, to detox, what do we have to think about? What is the proper detox method? I mean, you have tried it before.
Yes, definitely. So for people, we get all kinds of people. People would call me at the office and say, look, I just want to do a 2-day thing. So they don't really do a lot of preparation. They just say, I'll buy your juices, I'll take it for 2 days. And what are the, okay, don't avoid caffeine, avoid meat. Okay, I'll do it. But there are people who are really determined and they say, look, I really want to lose weight. I'm very serious about this, or I have a medical condition and I need to detox. So what they do as a preparation, they need to lessen the meat, meat intake, the caffeine. Those are the top 2. And I know for Malaysians, it's very, very tough. It's not easy to say no meat, no caffeine. And
how do you do it? Because I know people who live in coffee house, in cafes, literally.
I know. And coffee is great once in a while, but not there. It's something that people get addicted to.
Yes.
So detoxing is a way of releasing that addiction and then being able to make better choices. So what my hope when we open the company is to be able to share this detoxification, this reboot, the way to reboot your palate. You take the juices. Soon you will notice you love more and more vegetables. Your dependency on meat and caffeine will go down. And slowly, it's a lifestyle change. And like we said, we all share the same thing. You can't be just detoxing 2 days and eat like junk food for the rest of the year. You should be changing your lifestyle. And that is the best way to get healthy.
Right. Because detoxing, you say, people say, 2 days in a year. But know, how often do you have to clean your house, right?
Yes.
It's not
Yes.
just 2 days in 1 year. So again, this is the house. Yeah, this is the living being.
Yeah.
Now, Nur Hayati, now when it comes to detox, people go on different types of, in a different forms. So some take juice for about, 2 days.
We have two to up to 20 days.
20
Yes,
days.
we've got
Oh, wow.
clients doing 20 days.
Okay, but I know the common ones are about 7 days,
Yes, yes.
right? Okay, so you do juicing, but what are the other methods that are safe?
According to the literature that I did some research, there's a very restrict diet on detox, which is the person only drinks fluid and juices only.
Okay.
Another one is they allow the whole fruits and the vegetables. Yeah, there's 2 types.
Okay.
So for this, the first diet, the detox diet that allow only fluid and juices, you can try it, but you have to limit it into maybe 2 days, 4 days, because it's what I can say is not that very low calorie,
Yes.
but so-called is low to moderate calorie. It depends on how you prepare it. Okay, if you already buy it, should be okay, but you need to consume it under a professional advice.
Okay.
Yes.
Professional advice
Yeah.
means going to a nutritionist?
Yes, nutritionist or the dietitian or a physician,
Right.
something like that.
So people have these juices, and you say
Yeah.
it's a juice diet. It would be juices for breakfast, for
Yes,
lunch,
for
for
the
your
whole
dinner,
day. Yes.
even for snacking as
for
well.
the whole day.
For the whole day. And if you want to do, let's say, sometimes you want some bulk.
I know.
I'm like, oh, I'm
That-
hungry.
That is the
Then
kind
you
of
take the
clients.
smoothie.
Yes. Yeah. That's the kind of clients we have. They say, "What? I'm going to take the juices for the whole day."
Yeah.
I said, it's not do not eat. You can eat. However, choose plant-based foods. Banana, avocado, you have celery, you can have, let's say, a salad. And us being Asians, I know we want hot food, so I said take vegetable broth if you really need to eat. So
Okay.
yeah, it's not, no. And detoxification is not just juices. You can also have that Epsom salt bath, and you can have a massage. These are other ways of detoxing.
Right, like de-stressing is also
Yes,
detoxing.
yeah,
Okay.
de-stressing.
No, I know that one food is really good is avocado because you eat fat. Fat actually gives you that full feeling.
It's a
That's
good
what I
fat.
consume when
It's
I
a good fat,
detox.
actually.
Yeah, it's a good fat as
Yeah.
well. So it keeps you full. And for Alker, now, how successful do you think a detox diet for you really happened?
You see, it is really good when you use just that what we meant to eat. So in this time, unless you're really sick, I said, try first something maybe where you still eat.
Still eat.
Yeah, because a lot
Okay.
of people are scared.
Right. So when you detox, you take whole food. You take
Yeah, I
plant-based
whole
food. All right.
Plant-based foods, I take nuts, seeds, fruits and vegetables.
I
And we make the most delicious foods from it. So this gives you first the feeling that you're full.
Okay.
And you still lose weight, you get great energy, but it is not such a restricting diet. It is something that you can, a lot of this you can keep up for later, even after that week, or
I
you know,
see.
if
So
you don't-
detox for you, Alker, is basically you're saying it's a lifestyle.
Yes,
You do it
absolutely.
regularly every day. So your plant-based diet actually helps clean up your system.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is like a whole program. You know, it's eliminating what she said also, all that what we have from outside. You know, what laundry detergent do you use? What cosmetic products do you use? What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
You know, how
and
do
people
you...
don't realize that the things that we breathe,
Yes.
from all these things that you apply and you clean up your house actually affect the body on a
It
cellular
does.
level.
It does. And even just walking
That is
down the
chemical.
street.
Chemical, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and again, juicing, please don't make the mistake that juicing is only for a juice cleanse or a juice detox. For me, what I've done is I've done juicing every morning. Again, I tell clients that if you had only one time in the day, I know we are busy, everyone is a social being, they have work, they have dinners to attend to. If there is one day that you can do, one time in a day, do it in the morning when you break your fast, when you just wake up, your body is craving for nutrients.
Yes.
Take that juice, and again, juicing is not apple juice. Juicing is not orange juice. Juicing is please 70% veggies, 30% fruits. That is what healthy juicing is about.
Okay, so when it comes to healthy juicing, say for example, you're saying 70% vegetables,
Yes.
right? So what would you recommend people put into their, blender or even juicer?
The number one juice out of all the juices is green juice. It's very alkalizing. It has properties that can really fight cancer, fight all these free radicals. So, well, you can try here. As
Yes.
you can see, we've got some juices, but green juice is the best. And again, some of the golden rule, 70-30 rule.
Yes.
The other one is drink it in the morning if you really have only one time in a day.
Yes.
And last is rotate your juices. Please do not make juices the same juice for the rest of the year. Like you've perfected your green juice. Don't take it every day. Alternate. Make a rainbow of colors, because it's a rainbow of nutrients, and that is why people say 5 to 7 servings of vegetables and fruits.
Yes.
And every color has its own properties. Hence, don't just stick to greens.
Okay, now we're going to go for a quick break, and when we return, we'll talk about what type of vegetables will be good for eliminating toxin, as well as what can you expect, because when it comes to detoxification, there are things that are going to come up that you're going to be really surprised. So that's all after the break. Withdrawal symptom is something we will face when we try to detox. Find out what withdrawal symptoms we can expect from our detox process. These days, don't forget to like us on Facebook, because you stand a chance to win so many fabulous goodies. Now back to our topic today, which is detox. And when you come to detoxification, in the process itself, you would realize that your body starts to release these toxins, and it comes out in different forms, some that could make you really surprised. Now, I have with me 3 guests here who are sharing their expertise on detox. And can we just start off by just going through some of the vegetables? You mentioned about juicing, right?
Yes.
So perhaps some of the vegetables that are really good to eliminate toxin.
Yes. Well, green juice, again, is the most alkalizing, the best one if you were to choose among all.
Okay.
And green would mean taking in raw vegetables that you have never taken in. So it's raw spinach, we have kale, we have celery, we have cucumber, and it also includes parsley. Parsley and coriander are very heavy metal detoxifiers.
Yes.
And then you can put in a touch of apple and a bit of lemon just to make it more pleasant. So
Yes.
these are the top greens that I would definitely pick.
Okay, all right. And the vegetables, we don't want to inundate you, because the vegetables, you can just choose 2 or even
Oh, yes,
1 or
yes.
even 3, right? You don't have to go like really stressed out
Yes,
about it.
yes.
No,
Yes.
the lesser the better, actually.
The less the better. And the reason you said that, Alker?
Because you want to rotate and you don't want to mix up too many things. So it is very good for the body just to take that like 2-3 ingredients.
And you have that, which is a green smoothie.
Yeah.
What did you put inside?
So we blend it, so to keep the fiber in.
Okay.
Because most people actually have also problems with going to toilet. So this helps then also taking care of that problem.
Right. So you can actually use between a juice or a smoothie. And
Yeah.
if you feel it really hungry, you can have like whole food, which is,
Yes.
vegetables like salad or
Oh,
even
that-
like cooked, just steamed,
Yes.
lightly steamed salad up, or, vegetables.
Yeah, that is still better than your usual nasi lemak, which I understand Malaysians still want, but occasionally that's a good thing.
Yes.
But if you could maintain that lifestyle, take in more raw veggies, more raw fruits, and That's why I said if it's between the hierarchy, eating the raw fruits and vegetables is number one, definitely, hands down. However, if you can't do it and if it's very hard, then the second best will be juicing. And juicing at home with your Huram slow juicer, which is a slow juicer that keeps the enzymes intact. That is one of the best. Juice and drink immediately. And last would be buying a whole array of juices that are no preservatives. And please don't mistake buying a juice from the grocery, which is just pure apple juice that can last for a month. That's not the kind of juice we're talking about.
Because it's pasteurized, right? Which means the nutrients are dead almost. Okay, now Alcor, can I just try your smoothie? What did you put inside this one?
Because she likes green
What did you put inside this one?
Kangkong.
You put kangkong?
Yes, people usually they're surprised.
Wow.
Because they have never tried kangkong raw. They only know it cooked.
I only know kangkong from sambal belacan, you know, that's my favorite dish as well.
I know it from the news that happened lately about the kangkong.
Okay, yeah, that's a bad rap.
So I use kangkong and a little bit ginger and some mango and some pineapple.
Some mango and some pineapple. How many cups of kangkong do you think is inside here?
The whole bundle. I mean, like
a whole bunch.
Yeah, two. It will make 2 glasses. The whole bunch. Yeah.
It's delicious. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's very filling. You don't gulp it down. So, because you also you eat it basically. You can really have it in the mouth and you munch it a little bit. So it will take you maybe half an hour to finish that instead of just drinking it.
Because I read it that you coat the fiber with your saliva, which is the first point of digestion in your mouth. Now, the taste is extremely pleasant. It's not like green that you think, you know, like raw veggie. It's actually a little bit sweet, just a tinge of sweetness, and you taste the warming sense of the ginger. Yeah, it's very pleasant. Thank you. So, ladies, now, when it comes to detox, we would be seeing things that come out when you visit the toilet, when you wake up in the morning.
So one of the very popular things that happens is when you take beetroot, for example, and you've taken it for a day or two, then you go to the toilet and suddenly you're like, am I bleeding? You know, right after you do your number 2, you know, when you go poo, then you'll say, what is that red thing? So that's part of the detoxification process. Detoxification is either you sweat it out, you pee it out, or you do the number 2, which is you poo it out. And beetroot will mean it will come out with a bit of red. So again, if you do take beetroot, don't be shocked if you go to the toilet and you see a little bit of red stuff.
Don't be surprised.
And not only the color, I think you will also recognize smell. Because as we detox, all of the bad stuff comes out. And people really say, I never thought something so bad can come out. That smells
That is true. That is true. When I first started my detox, I mean, and you see things, and I don't want to really, you know, mess up your morning, especially with your breakfast. But you would see things that are very curly and, you know, a different color sometimes. And doesn't look like the ordinary stuff that you go when you visit the toilet. Now, this is beetroot mixed with a bit of ginger.
Yes, there's ginger, there's carrots and apples in there. And if you could please try this one. This one has turmeric. I know Malaysians call it kunyit.
Yes.
This one has kunyit, apple and carrot. Turmeric is a superfood. It is anti-inflammatory. People who want to do anti-aging, people who want to have more energy. This is a really fantastic thing, and I know people cook it a lot in Malaysia, but this time you're drinking it raw.
Okay. Now, the beetroot tastes very, you know, if you like sweet, now this is actually, it helps with your cravings.
Yes, it's a natural sweet thing to the point that my 4-year-old daughter and kids who come by my office, when they drink that, they think it's grape juice, but then it's not.
Okay, and turmeric, now we know the Indian community love to put turmeric as a face mask. So what does it taste in juice? It tastes like a herbal drink. You can actually taste the turmeric.
Yes.
That's for sure. And a bit of ginger, a bit of warm as well. But it's pleasant.
Yes.
It's not something you cannot tolerate.
Yes.
Okay.
It's basically superfoods that you can't eat, you can drink it raw.
Okay, so turmeric, do you buy the raw turmeric?
Yes, definitely use raw turmeric. I think in Southeast Asia, we're very blessed with a lot of products. And again, for juicing, please be as creative as you can. Don't limit yourselves to, you know, to these things. Anything you see in the supermarket, in the market, you can juice. You want potato, sweet potato, you want lotus root, you want raw pumpkin, you want sweet potato leaf, everything you see, bok choy, you can juice.
You can juice. juice, yeah? Do you have a different opinion, or I think with just things that anything you can juice?
Okay. From my own experience, before I get pregnant, I used to detox myself, but I'm using this aloe vera.
Okay. How do you do it with aloe vera?
I just bought it from the shop. Okay, the aloe vera, the
raw?
not the raw, the processed aloe vera, and then I just pour in my water, plain water, and I just drink it.
I see. If you plant aloe vera in your garden, can you just take it off?
Yes.
Yeah,
Cut it, de-skin it, cut it.
Yes, it's wonderful also to blend it into the green smoothie.
Wow, that is something new that I've learned. Okay, all right. Now, apart from the toilet visits that you see, you also actually experience body odor.
Yes.
Right?
Among other things, so there's the body odor, and I've also had clients who woke up and said they had a lot of tongue sores because a lot of detoxification happens in the body. So either you sweat out, you pee out, or things started to come out, and unpleasant things like smell, and then sores that weren't there before. Some even runny nose. Some, they get this headache, mostly from caffeine withdrawal.
When I had my very first detox, I had a headache. I thought it's out of this world.
Oh, it's like a migraine.
And yes, really, really bad. So then it is really important, just don't do anything, go to bed, don't take any tablets or something. It is really the body want to bring out the toxins.
Right.
And the next day is fine.
So basically, don't get nervous, because when you see this, this detox removal of impurities, this is the body acting out, cleaning out. So people get afraid, like, oh, I just had like lots of acne, lots of rashes. I get like really dry, lots of dandruff as well.
Yes,
but that is
possible.
basically the body cleaning out.
The body cleaning out. And of course, one of the, the benefits of detoxing is weight loss. So 4 years ago, I had my first baby. Now I had another one last year, and I lost the weight so easily just by taking green juices, mostly green juices in the morning. And because I was still breastfeeding, of course, I don't do a full day detox.
Yes.
But I drink the juices in the morning, and that's why I encourage it to everyone. If you can't do it for the whole day, just do it once a day in the morning. Your body will really appreciate all that nutrients.
Okay, all right. Now, when we come back from break, we're going to go for a quick one. When we come back, we'll be talking about how to do it safely, and just a few last tips from our experts who have tried detox. Don't miss all that coming up after the break. When we come back, we will be seeing the demonstration of some healthy treats. It's so true. A healthy body is your best fashion statement. And also, you won't be spending too much on face creams and lotions, which can be really expensive and can really burn a hole in your wallet. Now, I have with me here three, kind of pros in their field to share about detox and doing it safely. Now, ladies, we have talked so much about detox and the types of food and fruits. Now, if you want to do it, I know some people do give it up because after about day 2 or day 3, they go like, you know what, I can't do this. I'm having like headaches, I'm feeling low in energy. How do I sustain this? Nur Hayati?
Okay, once you're trying a detox diet, of course you will have this withdrawal syndrome such as lethargic, nausea, will be headache, okay? But you just keep in your mind that is for only a few days, because that is when the withdrawal, you taking out every toxin in your body. That, I think that one is normal.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Normal.
So you would feel better after that. You definitely feel better, right?
Yeah, feel better.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes people, sometimes at the first stage, they really restrict their diet.
Yes.
Because when they say only fruits and juices, they stick to fruit and juices. They do not know how to be creative with their diet.
Yes. And that is why I always tell people, listen to your body, because we can have experts, we can have online information, but really you know your own body. So if you're doing a detox, and let's say that was what was prescribed, I always tell people every body type is different, every history is different. Hence, if you're feeling that you need to munch, take raw nuts, if you want fruits, if you want vegetables, try to stick to that. But if you really needed to eat, let's say potatoes, or please go ahead, listen to your body, don't deprive. The more you say don't, the more the body wants it, the more.
But Anabelle, it's just plant-based food that you can actually just go to, right? If you say, oh, you know, my body's telling me a hamburger.
Oh, that's a totally different thing.
No,
I
right?
mean,
That's no.
No.
Okay.
If you really want to detox and you're serious about it, stick to plant-based food.
Okay, all right. Now, also, there will be cravings because when you are into day 3 to day 5, you know, they say, you know, I can't have sweets. You mean I can't have chocolates? So, you know, how do you kind of counter the cravings?
So, for coffee cravings, we always say take green tea. Hot green tea is at least much better than coffee.
Yes.
For chocolate cravings and all desserts, and that is why we have chocolate almond milk and almond milk as a dinner, so that you feel fulfilled, that you have that dessert effect.
Right.
And for sweet stuff, like what we discussed earlier, you can have beetroot. Beetroot mixed with apple and carrots is very sweet. And every time I give it to someone, they'll say, did you put sugar in? No, our whole facility here doesn't have sugar. We don't use sugar at all.
But I think green apple, sliced green apple, mixed with some cinnamons should be okay.
Now, if people are going to work and they have to detox in that 1 week, so, you know, they say, you know, but I'm going to work and I have to eat out from home. So how do I carry out my detox well?
You prepare something at home. You know, it is really easy to prepare. The green smoothie that stays for long, it is very simple to make. In a blender, you just add the fruits and the vegetables, blend it up, and you can take it to work.
So you make a whole bulk,
yes,
and you put it into a sealed container and you bring it with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And things that work for you outside from home, I mean, if they have to eat out with their family, sometimes in a restaurant.
So that is why we do for us, we do a delivery service, and mostly people love it, doing it during the week where they're working, because it's easier. They're busy. They don't want to have problems of what to eat and what not to eat. So that is why weekdays are the busiest. We can deliver our juices, or again, like what Elke said, make it at home. Buy your own juicer, choose. There's so many in the market. Make your juices, bottle it up, and bring it.
I'm thinking, Anabelle, it's hard to bring your own juice into a restaurant. So what would you do in a restaurant?
Then you choose whatever is the closest to nature.
Okay.
The closest thing that is still natural, like a salad, that is the best choice, the healthiest choice.
Maybe salads and fruits.
And fruits.
Especially for the buffet. It's very hard for you.
You stay away from the croutons and maybe bring your own
It's
dressing.
very hard for you when it's their buffet. There's a lot of food choices there.
Yes.
So
Okay.
you stick with the plant-based,
Right.
more vegetables and more fruits. That is what our Ministry of Health also advises. You need to eat more fruits and vegetables actually,
Yes.
and plus exercise.
Plus exercise.
Yeah.
Now, can you exercise during detox?
Definitely, absolutely. And you'll be
Yes.
surprised that you have more energy than before. Perhaps the first day will be the hardest.
Okay.
First day, give your body that break, sleep early and all that. But right after, I guarantee you, the more raw fruits and vegetables you take, especially in juice form, it goes to the bloodstream very fast, and you consume a variety that you've never consumed. Your body just goes into this wonderful state that, oh my God, I'm getting all the nutrients I've always wanted, and you feel more energy.
I had a client actually that was running a half marathon on our program, on our raw food program.
But you have to have food when you are doing that.
Yeah, it's a detox food, so so you can still eat. So
Right.
it just depends. You don't have to only take juices. So we
Yes.
provide food, and she just stayed on the detox food
Yes.
the whole week and ran a half marathon.
Well, Alpha, your philosophy on detox is very interesting because your philosophy is on raw food consumption throughout, right? So when you consume raw food, it's actually an everyday detox process because, every day we're breathing something, well, every day we're using something, and we're sometimes, no matter how healthy you are, the additives and the preservatives you can't sometimes escape. And so that's why people say you have to detox on an ongoing basis. Okay, now is there a detox that do not work for some people? Or would you not recommend for some group of people?
Oh, definitely. Healthy adults, yes, you can detox. However, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you need a little much more calories than the normal people. And of course, if you have some medical history, you may need some prior go-ahead signal from the doctor.
Okay.
And there are also, I know, like many years ago, it was very common to have water fasts. And this I would not recommend. I was scared really to do this.
Right.
So there are also a lot of people, they don't need to lose weight, and they cannot lose weight. They, it would be bad for them to lose weight. So that's why I would not recommend ever this water fast.
Water fast.
So get nutrients.
Get nutrients from the juices and the smoothies. Now, would you say, because now people in the health circle say that, when you are doing your detox, it's also good to do colonics to help release the waste in your colon. What do you say to that?
Well, if you have, let's say, a medical condition that really needs attention. I've watched this film, which I highly recommend everyone to watch. It's called Dying to Have Known. A guy went on, made a documentary basically to check how raw food and raw juices can cure cancer. And it doesn't cure cancer just with the juices. They needed to do this coffee enema. And yes, if you have things that you want to cure, you can go up to that. But honestly, if we're talking about the general average people, they would be a bit scared talking about enemas and colonics.
But you can go to a professional place,
hydrocolonic place,
And it's very safe, and it is really, really good. And you will be surprised what you see coming up.
I see. Yes, definitely. And now people who have cancer and serious chronic illnesses, would you recommend detox for them at that stage?
Basically, for this cancer patient, they need a high calorie and high protein diet. Okay, but as what Anabelle said, maybe once a day should be okay for them. Okay, but not
throughout.
Not throughout the day. They on detox diet.
So you're saying
they need high calorie and high protein diet to fight back the cancer.
Okay, so perhaps you're saying incorporating the juice and the smoothie in the day.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now, ladies, unfortunately, this is all the time that we have for this blog. Now, any last words from each of you? Alka, we're going to be joining you in the last blog as well for your special treats, which are healthy. But Nur Hayati, what are your last words here?
Okay. If you want to try a detox diet, you need to listen to your body. Okay, it's normal for at the first stage you will feel lethargic, headache,
constipation as well.
Yes,
yes.
Okay, but it's not that you are really sick with detox diet. When you feel that you are really sick with detox diet, you need to end your detox diet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you need to.
When you say really sick, means what?
Means maybe diarrhea for weeks.
For weeks,
yes.
Okay, all right.
Or maybe you cannot get up from bed, something like that.
Okay, so really, really bad.
Really bad. Okay, and you need to end your detox diet. And you need to go back to your healthy diet and exercise.
Okay, all right. Okay, and Anabelle?
Yes, if you drive a car, you service your car every now and then. So please do think about servicing your body. One safe way, one way that is using all just natural is through juicing. And either you want to juice at home or you buy, raw juices, not the ones from the grocery, but, raw fruits and vegetables that are made by companies like ours who know what we're doing. We also have a nutritionist on board if they need any advice. Yeah, so please just incorporate that into your daily life because we eat all kinds of stuff. If you can only change your breakfast, you are changing 1/3 of your lifestyle.
That's well said. Thank you so much, Anabelle and Nur Hayati, for joining us here on Bella. Now, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, well, Alka will show us how to do some health treats now for even your detox process that you can consume. Don't miss that.